Hey guys, welcome back to another news update. I'm currently looking for someone to refute the gift of tongues, they call it. I have someone who believes speaking in tongues is biblical, and I'm basically looking for someone to refute that. So if you would like to come on the show and have a debate, send me an email. You can find my email on the About page of the channel. Okay, thank you all for being here. Today is October 4th, 2020, and this is your End Times News Report. Earthquake swarm continues in California, quakes every few minutes. An impressive earthquake swarm continues to rattle Southern California, making locals and scientists wonder what is next. Several hundred, that's right, 100 earthquakes have struck an area near the Salton Sea in the last 36 hours, with more than 150 2.5 or greater magnitude earthquakes in just the last 24 hours. Things are really heating up, guys. The strongest of the swarm so far has been a 4.9 on the Richter scale that struck yesterday evening at 5:31 p.m. local time. The swarm continues today, albeit at a lower rate, with 4 magnitude 3 earthquakes recorded in the first 7 hours of today, compared to the 40 magnitude 3 and larger earthquakes recorded in the last 7 hours of yesterday. These earthquakes are located in an area of diffuse seismic activity between the San Andreas Fault in the north and the Imperial Fault to the south. This area has also seen swarms in the past, notably the 1981 Westmoreland swarm, which included a 5.8 magnitude earthquake, and the 2012 Brawley swarm, which included a 5.4 earthquake. Hurricane Marie gaining strength. Hurricane Marie continues to gain strength in the eastern Pacific Ocean and is forecast to become a major hurricane with winds in excess of 110 miles per hour. The storm, located now about 895 miles southwest of the southern tip of Baja California, is forecast to pass over open waters between Hawaii and the U.S. West Coast in the coming days. According to the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, maximum sustained winds have increased to near 115 miles per hour with higher wind gusts. Additional strengthening is expected during the next day or two. For now, Marie is moving toward the west at about 16 miles per hour. Over the next several days, Marie should begin to turn to the west-northwest and then eventually northwest, slowing down as it moves across the Pacific. Israeli Navy prepares for arrival of new upgraded warships. Israel's Navy is preparing for the long-awaited arrival of its next generation of missile boats, giving it a powerful new tool to defend its strategic natural gas industry from the threat of the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. The first missile boat of Project MAJOR is scheduled to arrive by early December, with 3 more of the German-made corvettes scheduled to arrive over the next 2 years. The vessels, commonly known as the SAR 6, will be at the forefront of Israeli efforts to protect its 200-mile exclusive economic zone. The natural gas industry, seen as a national asset, is at the heart of those efforts. Satanic imagery, curses appear with Trump's tweet on COVID diagnosis. The public response to President Donald Trump's positive COVID-19 diagnosis went a step beyond the malicious Friday morning as strange accounts flooded the social media announcement with satanic imagery and apparent curses. Trump had taken to Twitter on Thursday evening to directly inform the nation that he and First Lady Melania Trump had both contracted the coronavirus and would be quarantining at the White House, effective immediately. It was only a few short minutes before the post was inevitably met by fringe left-wing aliases and public opponents of the president weighing in with all kinds of negative remarks. Some users, however, took things well beyond the sarcastic remark of celebration of the diagnosis, directing foreign language curses and images of Satan towards the president in his sickness. Virginia forces Christian ministries to adopt government ideology or pay a $100,000 fine. 3 Christian schools and a Christian network of pregnancy centers are suing Attorney General Mark Herring in order to prevent Virginia from implementing 2 pro-LGBT laws that force people of faith to adopt a particular government ideology under threat of punishment. The two laws purport to prevent discrimination against LGBT people, but in reality they force Christian ministries to choose between violating their sincerely held religious beliefs or paying hefty fines as much as $100,000 per offense. The so-called Virginia Values Act, which Governor Ralph Northam signed on Holy Saturday, the day before Easter Sunday, just to make it even more in our face, I guess, in the middle of a pandemic, compels churches, religious schools, and Christian ministries to hire employees who do not share their stated beliefs on marriage, sexuality, and gender identity. Also, a companion law, HB 1429, requires ministries and others like them to pay for transgender surgery in employee health care plans, a procedure that violates these ministries' convictions. New York City hammered by 40% bankruptcy surge, bracing for the next wave. Bloomberg Business article reports Wall Street panic buying stocks again on the hopes Washington can pass the next round of much-needed economic stimulus. The broader commercial real estate market, however, continues to implode, and nowhere more so than the epicenter in New York City, where nearly 6,000 business closures has resulted in a 40% eruption in bankruptcy filings across business districts of all 5 boroughs this year. Al Tuggett, a bankruptcy lawyer who has handled insolvencies for small firms to mega corporations, said, "By late fall, there will be an avalanche of bankruptcies." When the cold weather comes, that's when we'll start to see a surge in bankruptcies in New York City. The coming wave of business closings, as explained in Old Man Winter to plunge restaurants into further chaos, is set to crush eateries and other small businesses in New York City ahead of the holiday season. 2 Boeing E-6B Mercury aircraft known as Doomsday planes were launched moments after news of President Trump's positive COVID diagnosis revealed. So 2 Boeing E-6B Mercury aircraft, also referred to as Doomsday planes, went off both the U.S. coasts for a brief span of time after the news of President Donald Trump contracting COVID-19 infection was confirmed. Experts observing this defense exercise view it as a warning for the nations marked as United States adversaries. Talk about the October surprise that keeps on giving, eh guys? Not only was the incredible news of President Trump and FLOTUS being COVID positive launched in the wee small hours of Friday morning, something else was launched as well. 2 Boeing 36B Mercury aircraft known as Doomsday planes, for their ability to launch nuclear strikes, were launched as well. And all this on the Feast of Trumpets to boot, guys. As of this reading, President Trump and FLOTUS are in quarantine. All campaign events for the president on hold, and the entire world is speculating what will happen next. So what will happen next, guys? I think only the Lord knows the answer to that one. But some people say that God put Donald Trump in power to bring about this global shaking. As most of my subs are American, I would really like to know your guys' opinions on that, so please leave a comment down below. All this, guys, and it's only October 4th. So thanks for watching, guys. I love you all. God bless you and your families. Subscribe if you're not, and hit that bell so you all will be notified of upcoming live shows. And also, if you'd like to debate the subject of tongues, or maybe just any subject, or if you have like a cool story to tell, or if you've been in an NDE, maybe died on the operating table, anything cool like that, demonic, anything you guys want to talk about that's related, shoot me an email and we'll see about getting you on the show. All right, guys, God bless and have a good day.